Alright guys, here we go. This is the new LCG chassis that I picked up. You can get these on Amazon. I'll put the link to them in the description. This is for 1/10 scale, but basically it has no front end rails where, you know, normally you would have a rail that sticks out the front like that. But that's only if you're running bumpers or something like that. This one has a very far forward skid plate transmission mount and pretty short rear rails, so it kind of makes everything compact. It comes with the body mount. This is actually, looks like a swivel where you mount it through the back of your cab, and then your cab can pivot forward onto some magnets. This is the rear chassis brace. Has the 4 screws for that. This is the front chassis brace, and looks like actually where your body would come down and you put a clip through there. So it has the rear pivot, and then the one in the front just has a post. And it came with the chassis skid plate, and it looks like it has a variety of holes for different style transmissions. But it looks like what's nice is, looks like it's all Delrin plastic or 3D printed. But each individual bag has the screws that go with that part. So these are the 4 long screws that go through for your axles and your links. So it has the 4 screws for that. This has all the individual screws in this pack for the body pivot. This has the 4 screws in here for the rear chassis brace, and this has the 4 screws, or 2 screws, for the front chassis brace. So that makes it nice because it kind of takes the guessing out of how long my screws need to be and all that. So let me get all these out and separated. Yeah, this is all plastic, and my goal with this one is to make it as light as possible. I want to do carbon fiber wheels. I'm going to do 1.9 on capra axles. I know some guys do the 2.2s, but when you're doing capra axles with portals, the 2.2s I think just get too tall, so it upsets your center of gravity. Let's see. So that is all there. So I'm just gonna get this laid out real quick and we'll get it put together. Looks like it's pretty simple. It didn't come with any instructions, but I think I can look at the picture on Amazon just to see which holes they have these things located in. Which obviously the transmission mount's going to be pretty simple, but yeah, it looks like it's all good quality. I think it's 3D printed because if you can see it, I don't know if it'll show on camera, you can almost see the lines going back and forth where they did the layers. And it looks like all the holes are already threaded, which is nice. So each one of the holes are threaded. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's possibly 3D printed. The carbon fiber looks real nice. I'm going to say it's at least 3 mil. So alright guys, well here it is all put together. It was pretty simple, not a lot of screws, not a lot of parts. 4 screws on your transmission plate, 2 on your front body support, 2 on the rear pivot where you can just have your cab come over and then it snaps on here and you put your clip in there. And then 4 on this rear body support. So this thing's pretty short.
That's what she said.
Just for comparison, next to like the Endura crawler, which is taken apart right now, which won't even fit in frame, you can see this one basically almost sits inside. This, I believe the Endura crawlers are a 78 millimeter width. This is a 70 millimeter width, so you're going to be limited on your transmission options. You're definitely going to have to get a low CG transmission, and you're going to be limited on motors because your links start right here. So I'm definitely going to go with a brushless outrunner on this. I have something coming. So that will be another review that we do on that, but it's a motor ESC combo, and I think it will fit real good with this. But yeah, just for comparison with the Endura chassis, you can see it cuts off 4 inches in the back, and then it just cuts the front end off right in front of the skid plate. So you still have your shock mounting locations in the front and rear. This is going to be a more drastic angle with your rear shocks. Same with the front. This one does not have real stubby short links like the Endura crawler does, but you may wonder why this one's all apart. Well, you'll have to check back, because I got parts coming for this one. It's getting a redo. But back on this guy, they do have links available for the Capra axles. This is specifically built for the axial Capra with the portals. So I went ahead and ordered their links. You can see it has a double bend in the back for the bottom, and then the upper one just has a single bend. Let me get them out here, show you. This did not come with the kit. I ordered the links separately. This is a carbon fiber riser for the rear. Here's all the plastic ball ends. A lot of people hate plastic ball ends. I love them because you adjust them. They don't loosen up like the metal ones, and as long as you keep some WD-40 on the ball ends, they still pivot real nice. So I like the plastic ball ends. But here's the two, would be the upper links, or sorry, these would be the lower links with the double bend. The upper links will be those, and then your front links, trying to see, but they're rolling away on me. Looks like the uppers are slightly shorter than the lowers. So there you can see the difference. But they're going to be better than the ones that are on the Endura crawler that have that crazy Z-bend in them, which I made it work, but that's one of the things I don't like about the Endura crawler, but I found a way to work around it, and that rig actually worked really good. But we're just changing some things up on it to make it better. So I do have the links. Has a rear riser if you want to use it. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. Just depends on if I have clearance issues. And I have the Capra axles from one of our previous LCG builds. So on the next episode, I will be getting this in a roller. Well, pretty much. I'm going to get the axles on it, the links on it, and then I'm going to measure for shocks, because I don't know what length shocks I'm going to use. I will probably end up going with the Traxxas big bore 2660s, which are the shortest of the big bore shocks. There's 2660, 61, 62. The 2660s, I believe, are around 85 millimeter, and it depends on which cups you use, but I'll probably go with those. Possibly look into some Draft Tech or some, what's the other one? Desert Lizard. I don't know yet. So, gonna get it together, but there, just to give you an idea of the width. Capra axles are super wide, and I plan on running carbon fiber wheels, and I want to get them with 0 offset so that they bring the wheels in a little bit, because this wheelbase is wide enough. But there we go, guys. Nice little kit, not very expensive. I will put the link in the description to the chassis and the stainless steel links, and we'll get it together and see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.